Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to MX Bikes, where today I'm going to challenge myself, sort of, to see just how close I can get to the qualifying times that are put down for the EU series every single week on a 250. I've never raced a pro event in MX Bikes, but I was pretty close to qualifying a couple times in just like terms of speed. But I wanted to see, I haven't played Spring Creek at all. I know it's been like a week since it's been out, but I quite literally just downloaded it today. Going to try it out for the first time. Going to try to see what the lines are like. The top time for qualifying in the EU series, because they have less time than the NA series to qualify, was a 1:59.9 in the 250 class. To even make it into the A group, or the pro class, I guess it would be, you had to run a 2:07.6. I'm hoping to just be like kind of close to that. If I ran a 2:14.1 or better, I'd be in the C group or higher, for example. That was 95th place and above, basically, in terms of qualifying. So trying to get around there, but we're going to jump in and see how we do. All right, so like I said, I have not touched this track even once. This is my first time even looking at it. And honestly, aesthetically, these tracks ARL have been putting out this year are insane. So good, the quality that they put down. And very excited to see what this track feels like. And so, like I said, because this is my first time playing it, I don't know what lines to take. I didn't even watch the pro race, so I didn't even know what lines they were taking. I'm just going in completely blind and seeing how well I can do on Spring Creek, because I just figured it'd be kind of a fun challenge to see where I'm at. Probably gonna have a little bit more time to put into the game lately, so I want to see how far off I am, and maybe if I play it a little bit more often the next couple months, I can see just how close I get to actually qualifying. But this track looks gnarly, so deep, the ruts and the bumps, and then obviously it's kind of like got a sandy base, so it's probably my worst surface as well in terms of bikes. Like, I'm much better at the wide open hard pack tracks in the game. So look at how bumpy this track is through here too. Just bumps and bumps and bumps. Big bumps up to the catapult. A little short on that. So 2:07.6, it's the cutoff time. Again, I would like to be 2:14 or better. I'd feel pretty good about it, and I just want to see if I can even get close to the cutoff time. So I have about, in terms of total hours logged into the game, Steam shows me that I'm at 400 hours, but I had the game before the Steam version, so obviously probably somewhere more than that. And it's been a minute since I've really put in time to like be good at the game. I mostly just do track walks and throw whips, but I've really been keen to just see how these guys do these national tracks, man, because some of the videos I see of them lately is crazy as I swap down the hill, and yeah, figured that was going to happen. Mount Martin is going to be the death of me trying to get hot laps. No question about it. But yeah, these tracks are gnarly. The pro versions of them are much gnarlier, because they have AM versions of these tracks as well. But there's no rough or bumps or anything like that on the track. So once you try the pro version, you'll realize how much smoother the amateur tracks really were. But I like that. I like that it's a good challenge that they're giving the pros every single week. The only thing I would say I don't like about it is that my brain automatically goes to, okay, like this is what lines the pros would take in terms of like the flow of the ruts into corners and stuff like that. And I feel like too often the lines don't really match up with that. I mean, like, I go to these races IRL, so I see what the actual lines are like. But I just feel like in some semblance these lines don't always match up. All right, so let's see what we got for our first lap here. I got a timer in the upper left-hand corner, as you guys can probably see. That's the Max HUD plug-in. And it's going to give us an indication, and then once I have a semi-decent lap laid down, I can start chasing my tail a little bit with it. But at this point, I'm still just trying to freaking learn the track, and obviously trying to learn what gear I need to be in for some of these sections, because like the sand whoops, for example, like third gear seems like it's not going to work. I'm just revving out, trying to double my way through these, and it's just bogging all the way through. So I might even try second gear there, because then you have to get into second gear in this corner, then build speed back up. That's a much better line through here, trying to stay on top of that stuff. And it's just so bumpy into these corners. Oh, another thing too, I don't have a setup. So this is basically just stock Honda, seeing if I can't just go fast on it, which is probably not the right way to approach this, but better than nothing. All right, so far we haven't crashed, which is a good sign. Get a at least clean lap in to check things out. But like that corner right there, like the ruts that they have in that corner are so big, and there's not really any, in my opinion, rhyme or reason why they should be that big, because like this track in real life doesn't even get ruts that big. Maybe through like the sand section a little bit, but rest of the track definitely not. All right, let's get down to second and drag race up the hill. Double this inside if we can. All right, let's not jump as far down the hill this time, but get into fourth gear. Get off the back of the bike, bounce our way down. Barely got stopped for the corner. Probably should start braking a little bit sooner than that, but that's okay. All right. This actually isn't going to be a terrible first lap if I can finish it, and as I say that, I crash immediately. All right, so let's get back on and at least finish it so we can see how far off we are. So we've already passed the time that was the fastest lap time in the 250 class. I think this is probably going to end up being around like the 220 something range for a first lap with a crash. And we're already past 214, which is where I really want to be. I need to try to get to that inside line and stop tucking the front wheel. Now I'm pushing too hard. I just need to start running lap times and then I'll feel better about it. So yeah, this is going to be 220, was it 229 something? 229 doesn't even count because I went off the track too much, so now we don't get to chase our tail this next lap. But I do feel like I'm going to be a little bit more comfortable on this next lap through, so let's figure it out. Try to stay third gear all the way through there. Scrub these jumps into the back. Let me try outside entering the sand. Went off the track. I feel like outside right there will be better though, just because you could stay lower entering the sand and maybe carry a little bit more momentum. Because like I said, I'm just freaking bogging through here, hitting the lips of all these jumps. All right, starting to figure out a couple different lines I can experiment with to try to go a little bit faster. Probably helps if I can actually figure out how to get over the catapult. And then here at the top of the short hill down Mount Martin, I want to get to this inside because I think that's going to be a little bit better. Charge down in second gear to this outside. Off track. All right, so that lap was no good. That was a 240 something. And again, it didn't count because I went off the track too many times. So we got to try to stay on the track, which isn't already going to happen in the first corner. All right, not a great lap again. But we still have that was like a 229 that I'm kind of chasing. So now I'm just going to try to stay on the track, hit the lines, not go too fast in any particular section, and see how we do here. Got to try to stay on top of the sand through the first little bit of this section too, because this is where I was getting bogged down really bad before. Felt really good through right there. Just gonna double my way through. Screw it. We'll figure out a way to get on top of these suckers eventually. It's just the sand here just drags you down so darn much. Oh, front end, easy. And just hold it wide right through here, get into this rut. Didn't quite get over the catapult. I've gotten it like every other lap so far. Not the best run up the hill, still almost double to this inside. We're gonna switch over to the middle rut. Alright. Got down Mount Martin okay. Check up and try to get to this inside. Kind of hit the banner right there. Hopefully that's not considered a cut, because I'd really like this lap to count. Can't quite get over that step up either. And it bounces me to the outside every single lap. Alright, so finally a half decent lap. It's a 220.3. I want to go 6 seconds faster than that to be content. And I need to go 13 seconds faster than that to qualify. That is pretty ludicrous. These guys are cooking. But at least 220, I think, puts me Group D. So now let's try to put a full lap together and see how we end up. All right, ended up having to go back to the pits, ran out of tear-offs. So now we are on to trying again on lap 13, I think, of this. Probably won't do any more than 20, but lap 13 already spoiled, went down. All right, pretty good lap. I don't think it's going to count, though. Yeah, didn't count. Went off the track for a smidge. So we got to pull it back together and try to keep it on the track. But I think that lap, if I can get that lap all the way together, it'll feel pretty good. Whew, just saving a half right there. Alright, let's see if this lap counts as a pretty good one. And it's a 2:15.8, so pretty darn close to that 2:14 range that I talked about. And I counted actually, so I think that's probably not that bad. I mean, I guess 8 seconds off of the pro times is not great, but dude, these guys are cooking on this track. That's crazy how fast they go. Obviously, there's a lot of time that I'm losing in the corners. There's a lot of things I could be better at just carrying speed, but I'll get better. I feel like I'll get a little bit better and try my luck eventually at trying to qualify for one of these things. I don't really feel like I want to go for it until I feel like I can be a little bit closer to pro times. Because, yeah, they do have like the AM races and stuff, but I just kind of want to have a little bit more comfortability with going this speed. So I'm going to keep practicing and trying my best, but hopefully you guys liked that little kind of tease of what these tracks are like and just show how difficult it is to run those lap times, because I started at what, 2:29, improved 14 seconds, and I'm still 15 seconds off the top qualifying time. But that lap did feel nice, couple noticeable mistakes, otherwise pretty decent one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate it if you guys would give it a like and a comment and let me know what you think about this and what else you would like me to try in MX Bikes as well. But appreciate you stopping by and watching today. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. So long for now.